if it is a blend, how is the power to be shared? And I think at the very root of the problem, that is what you see. Let me go further to say that same problem arose in the acquisition of this property. Namely, the bank that was to service the mortgage could not understand what we are. They understood clearly what an Episcopal church is, that is where the bishop, the conference, or the synod hold the property and can take the portfolio to do what they need to do.
So the property played a vital role in the church split.
Oh yes, I think that goes.
Okay, I'm gonna come back because I don't have much time.
But let me say one more thing.
Okay.
One more thing.
Okay.
One more thing.
Okay.
But when the bank was shown how the polities blend, then they released the money because they saw how it could be paid back. And one more thing, then I stop. I think that more serious scholarship needs to be done concerning the church and the question of ecclesiology, what kind of church this is. I think that's what young ministers need to understand. I think that's what congregations need to understand.
Okay, I'm coming back to you with another question. Why would the, I'm sorry. Okay. Why would you say that day when Bishop Forbes spoke and thousands rose and left, why would you say that occurred?
I don't know. No, seriously. I think that there were people who loved the leadership that they were following, and those people followed their leader wholeheartedly. We came with a hope of bringing the church back together or getting some kind of understanding. And when our leader was not given the privilege to speak during that meeting in Chicago, was it Chicago?
I have to look at my own book.
I think
Where, Louise?
Ohio, in Ohio, I'm sorry, Ohio, I knew it was Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. And he asked for, as I recall, a chance to give an announcement. And the announcement was, inasmuch as I have not had an opportunity to speak, I want to ask you to forgive me for any wrong, and then to leave. And when he left, I'm not quoting word for word, when he left, those who were following him went out. Hearts were broken. You could hear a pin fall on the carpet. All of us were dissatisfied, and it was always a desire to come back. And here we are.
And in the interest of time, I'm going to leave it there. But in the book are answers to the questions. I want to close, thank you all very much. You can be seated. I'm just going to close by saying this. If you want to know about the reunification, I don't have time, but if you want to know how the church reunified, if you want to know if we are reunified, how that took place, more about the split, more about the division, it's all in here. I just ask you to come out and support me if you would. God bless you.
I think it's very important that we do, as Dr. Turner has mentioned, the scholarly work. The wonderful thing about, and I have every intention, I've already purchased the book, I have every intentions of reading the book. That impressed me with talking to Dr. Bowen is that she said, and I could relate, that this was her dissertation and therefore it had to be objective scholarly work, and that she did a qualitative study and then be able to then go from there and produce this book. So on behalf of the education department of the church, I want to encourage everyone, and that was part of the reason why Dr. Aguga wanted us to kind of dovetail the whole discussion with the book, is because the objective of us coming together for these 2 days was really to press us and push us to this whole wonderful fusion that is called United Holy Church, in that we are extremely Pentecostal, but very much a scholarly Pentecostal church. And that's not always the case. I'm making sense, and I'm talking better than you're responding. And that's one of the things that is very important. And so therein lies doing the scholarly work. Therein lies saying, okay, let's dig deeper. Therein lies us doing this whole African-American men being re-engaged and all. And so to try to put a period at the end of this sentence tonight or this afternoon is to say this conversation, if you recall, was a result of us coming together. I was on a Zoom call with you all. You bombarded me, not in a negative way, not in a bad way, but with these things here. And then we thought, then this need to be brought to the fore where everybody could engage. Now, here is the thing that has to happen when you start engaging in these kinds of things. You have to always keep the objective at the front, because if you don't, it becomes personal.
Right, Bishop, that's right.
So let's always keep in mind, what is our objective? To push our church, as it is the department, the education department's duty and mission is to always be pushing our church in a scholarly pursuit. And therein lies scholarly work. That's the objective. Not to personalize it, not to dig up stuff, not to make everybody feel uncomfortable, though those things will make you feel uncomfortable. So let's keep that in mind. Let's wrap our minds and our arms around what we're here for. You said it. What is our why? And our why is always to win the lost, save souls, and to go at it as all we can. And when we keep our minds around that, and I really want us to kind of end on that tonight or this afternoon so we can get prepared for our night session, is it is always us pushing us toward that. Now, I do want to beg, I want to just say this now. When you hear the message in the morning, I want you to know that my manuscript has already been written. Let me say that again. When you hear the message in the morning, I want you to know that my manuscript is already written. Am I making any sense? Because God is speaking. He's speaking. And finally, young lads, young men, millennials, as we were talking on the Zoom, you talked about development. Your bishop is a forward-thinking bishop, and he had already set up a leadership development department, of which you're a part of, to set up so that we can raise and groom new leaders in the church. So he's already did that last convocation to say Set this up so now young leaders go be developed scholarly. So give it up for your leader who is a forward thinker, who's already seeing I'm making way so I can move off the stage center. That's the type of visionary leadership that you have, and sometimes you can be so close to it you don't recognize it. Am I making any sense? So having said that, we'll come together tonight. Can we give it up for our bishops who have then put themselves on the line to hear and receive? That wasn't done when I was coming up. It was not done. Come on, stand on your feet and give it up for our leaders, because that simply was not done when I was coming up. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for this time that you've given the education department to lead and to cause us to delve into scholarly pursuit. Father, as we leave this place, but never your presence, give us safe, merciful travel, even as around the corner. Bless our time of dinner and fellowship. Bring us back tonight, ready to hear from you. You do not want to miss Dr. John Kinney tonight. Amen. You don't want to miss him. God bless you.
Can you help me get these chairs and stuff back? No, they probably won't. Huh? They didn't get one. Hey, can we get a picture? Can we get a picture of the bishop and these young fellas together? Can we get a picture of you? Yeah. All right. Good job, young man. Yeah. We're gonna get a picture of the. Look, we got a story. Come on. Okay. You'll be right.